Yo, want. Tis your boy, Jadon Legendary, and we are back here, folks, with another photo session. Okay, this is episode, whatever episode this is, because I don't remember. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. The Y2K style. You see her already, okay, with the super baggy fucking Jinkos, boy. Look, we got skateboards, Tamagotchis, and other crap from the 2000s, stuff that I grew up with. Well, kind of, sort of. I wasn't that old. Oh, I barely grew up with most of this stuff. But look, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell. Share with your people join Legendary Clans, Portrait.com. Legendary. I upload all things photography related, real life cinematics, and sometimes AI. With that being said, check out all the links in the description. You might find some stuff you might like. For this episode, we're using Thai V here, okay? Then we're pulling up on Louisiana V, and then we pulling up on Dominican V, and possibly, well, I was gonna do 4 characters, but I'm like, nah, I'll just do a part 2. Cause then that'll make this video like fucking dang near 3 hours long, depending on how long it takes, which it shouldn't take too long, cause these are some nice outfits. It's pretty simple to set these up, pull up the skate parks and stuff like that, but look, enough talking. Let's start off with Thai V here. I don't remember if she's supposed to be Thai or Indonesian. It's been a hot minute. I think she's supposed to be Indonesian, not Thai. I gotta see her name. I forgot her name. I ain't been on this character in a minute. No, I never actually show y'all how I set up my rooms when I create custom rooms for the character. So boom, here's number 1. We're using Photo Studio Wall. Okay, I never show y'all these things. So it's time to let y'all see the behind the scenes of how my backgrounds and setups are actually built. I should have showed y'all that stuff during last Halloween, because man, I put a lot of work into those. But hey, there's always another Halloween, and you know dang well I'm gonna be doing more Halloween related stuff. There's gonna be a whole ton of Halloween related photography, okay? So only downside is that's a whole 4 months from now, so it'll be a while. But you can't always go back to the old stuff. That stuff was great. I'm definitely trying to do some more. It's going to be hard to think of some new ideas because I went all out, but me being me, I'll definitely think of something. So we're going for the theme of Y2K here. She got this little pink top on, dark blue jeans, so we're going to do a pink here. We're going to go with pink. You go down to the bottom here. There's wall black. Push that over to pink. Kind of thinking, should I do all pink or should I do... Yeah, I'm gonna go all pink. For the walls, at least. Actually, I'm gonna do eye pink for the main parts, for these side parts, because I don't want it to take too much. Yeah, that's gonna add too much color, I'm thinking. I mean, I'll probably be able to work with it, but just in case. Okay, never mind. I like the high pink more. It looks a lot better. Back wall here. Now, usually when I'm creating these little rooms, as you can see, the walls are fucking gargantuan, and the sunlight is only reaching right there. So you really don't have to worry too much about, you know, the sunlight coming through. So I rarely ever put a roof unless the character is going to be floating, and a roof is definitely required. If not, I don't ever do a roof. Roof is unnecessary. And we grab the carpet here. Okay. A real nice one. I always use this. Real good, clean carpet. Go ahead, turn that, and then make it nice and big. And look down at your character's shoes to make sure it's not floating. Well, in her case, she ain't wearing shoes, but you know what I mean. Pull that out just a little bit more. Man, hold up. So you're just gonna watch this much of the video, and you not even gonna subscribe? Nah, don't wave to them. They ain't even hit the subscribe button. Come on now, hit that subscribe button. Move that where it fits, and boom, you have yourself a well done rug, and it's not clipping with her bottoms. Okay, so now it comes down to looking for the items you might need. Now I got a lot of modded items, so obviously I'm gonna be using some modded stuff. Retro. Yeah, that's right. I knew it'd be Breezy. He make all the heat, man. He or she, I'm not 100% sure, but they make all the heat. I'm gonna say it that way. Retro arcade games, those were big in the 2000s, okay? They started in the 70s, of course, but everybody and their mother was on them during the 2000s, okay? So, boom. Little Blade Runner joint. Oh, gotta have Pac-Man. Come on, man. They spin that around. Ooh, matter of fact, boom. That is the what the fuck? That is the perfect idea. Make it look like she's in a dang arcade. Well, wouldn't be in a dang arcade barefoot, but well, so some people would, I guess. I saw some absolute nastiness yesterday. Well, I'm saying that. Like, why? But to each their own, you know? To each their own. Who the fuck? Claire?
Hey, I don't think I know you.
I'm Claire. You might not remember me.
Are you serious? Yo.
Afterlife?
Uh-oh. Forgot to close my tab.
This Buster.
There's a buzz about you lately. As the merc who's reliable.
True.
Things done. And since I need help.
Mine.
Okay.
Need a driver for street races. Drop
Is
on
that
my
right?
Shop. I'll tell you more.
How about you fucking call me on Xbox, you loser? Calling me on PC on a character I never do this mission on, but I've been waiting on Xbox. She ain't called me yet, dude.
Your garage.
Little Buster.
In Arroyo, on Valley. Lovely spot.
I know where it's at.
All right. Try not to.
Call me on
If I'm
Xbox,
not there when
you Buster.
arrive, just hang. I'll show up after my shift at the after.
Okay. See you, Claire.
Why don't you show up on Xbox, loser? I need that fucking mission. I need them street races, goddog. I'm trying to make my character as rich as possible, and guess what? Street races pay 10K a piece, plus a bunch of extra legendaries, dude. But she ain't called yet. Gonna call on a character who I'm never gonna do that mission on. Man, fuck, I've been waiting for that on Xbox, man. Nothing. Somebody let me know, man. When the heck do you get that? Because I don't remember when you actually get the mission. Inflatable plastic chair? Oh yeah, that'll be good. We just used this. Old vintage bar stool. Oh shoot, I didn't know I had that. I'm definitely gonna be doing a pinup part 3. My pinup is just too good. School chair and book bag. You got a table? Need a table. I see Game Boys and stuff. We're not really worried to put that in her hands yet. Cell phones and stuff, that's good. Oh, we can put this in the background. You guys are getting a good view of how I set all my stuff up. And I realized that I never really show y'all how I set my backgrounds up and whatnot. It really comes down to detail. What are you looking for? What are you creating? And what's the ideal behind what it is you're trying to create? And right now, because we're going with Y2K, we need a lot of retro stuff. Y2K was all about going, you know, big baggy fucking pants. You know, fucking Tamagotchis and skateboards and crap and longboards. Oh, speaking of longboard. You know what I'm saying? And whatnot. Now for me, okay, this is mostly, when it comes to the Y2K theme, it's mostly the white people side of things, at least here in America. For us black folks, the Y2K theme was definitely baggy. Don't get me wrong, it was definitely baggy, but it was NASCAR jackets, sports jackets. You know, you just go back and you see them old videos of like fucking. Matter of fact, if you have no clue what I'm talking about, like sports jackets and all that, go to literally any fucking Dipset video and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Go to, matter of fact, perfect one to look up is either Dipset, what's the name of that joint? You'll see all the dang big, yeah, Dipset, all the Diplomats. I always forget their name is the Diplomats, not Dipset. Dipset is the anthem, that's the song, Dipset anthem. They're called the Diplomats. So look up the Diplomats Dipset anthem and you'll see exactly how us black folks used to dress in the early 2000s. Or another good one is Freeway, What We Do. Look that song up and look at the jacket that the main dude is wearing. He's the one with the beard, the Abraham Lincoln beard with the Scully on. Look at the jackets, look at the way they dressed. So it was definitely baggy, but our style was much, much different than what a lot of white folks was rocking. So this is going to be a little test for me as well, trying to understand, you know, how a lot of folks, how the other side was dressing. Not so much to the one I'm more used to of baggy NASCAR jackets and fitted caps and we didn't really rock like Jinko and stuff like that. That was more of the skateboarder style. We wore like True Religions and fucking what's the one joint? Levi's and, you know, Carhartt. We had our own brands too, Fubu's and whatnot. Y2K flip phone, that'd be a good one. Matter of fact, because I'm gonna have. You know what? Actually, because I want this side to be the main with the machines. Let me move everything over there. Oops. About to disappear the dang thing. This is also why you guys never actually see me set these up, because it takes quite a while. Makes the episodes a lot longer. One time I did, the episode was nearly 3 hours long. Although people didn't mind it at all. So that video did quite well and had a very impressive watch time. But I mean, shoot, when you got something interesting that people enjoy, you know, they're gonna sit back and dang near watch all 3 hours of it. It was at that moment I realized, you know what? I definitely need to start moving my photography thing more. Okay, we got one issue I'm having here. I want the board. I want the board to be there, but can I angle this thing the way I need it to be angled? It's going sideways. I forgot about that. Yeah, no, that's not gonna make no sense. Why is it going sideways? Oh, there we go. Put some more. Oops. Drop it. Push it back. The angle is a little too much. Oh, there we go. Skateboard. So it's basically like a room of her collection of old items. This is essentially what we're doing here. A Wii console. We not that old. We is we is like fucking. I'm gonna have her holding this most of the time. We is not that old. That's what, 2006, 2007? I mean, it's old, but that's not retro. That's, well, at this point it might be. But I would say that's more like mid-year. I can't sit it down, it's all good anyway. She's gonna be holding it. One last thing, a seat. Or actually, no, let me have one last large thing over here. Unless, idiot, I can take the fucking VHS rack and put it over there instead of in the background on its own, on its lonesome. Put something up back there. Boom. It's like her own store of old stuff. Vintage. I'm not looking for vintage. We gonna use vintage again though one of these days. Always gonna do oh, that's very 50s looking. That look too old. I mean, it's probably not that old, but it looked kind of old. Smog. That is not a vintage fridge. That's, I mean, that is not a retro fridge. That's a vintage fridge. Boy, that fridge old as fuck. Nah. I'm looking to make this look like her fucking room of joyous old things she grew up with. And now we need some wall decor of sorts. Let's move that a little closer. I'm more likely to end up using it. Just one goofy looking chair. Let's see here. What would be good to add into the background? I need Breezy to make some more stuff, man. Their stuff is always the fucking best. When it comes to like fucking wall decor and stuff like that, no one's fucking messing with Breezy, boy. Dude, this person got it on lock. Just get a little bit of plantery in the background here. Is that backwards? It is. Okay. Put that to the side right about there. So boom, here's her room of old pleasantries. Wait, let me get a rug. I mean, it's gonna be a carpet on top of a carpet, but who cares? Oops. I need the circular one. Pink? Not exactly what I was looking for. A little old looking, but I think it'll work. It'll work in, yeah, that'll work. It'll work in this context of, I want to make it look real nice and retro. Because the camera has so much free movement now, we can actually move her around quite a bit without too many issues. But I'm gonna just save the what's name anyway, so it'll be all good. Alright, let me put these settings up and we'll be right back. Alrighty, here we are. In set here. Everything looks nice and clean. Color quality is nice. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. It's a good setup. I don't know what any of these dang movies are. Matter of fact, hold on real quick. Do I know any of these? Are these real movies? Hellraiser? That's real. I've seen that. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I've seen that case. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. No clue. Hereditary, heard of that. I got the intro music. No clue what that is. Be crazy as fuck not to know what that is. I don't even watch movies. You know what I mean? And I know what that is. Game of Thrones? I think that's what this is. Walking Dead, heard of those two. Evil Dead, I think I heard of that. Never seen that. Never seen that. Never seen that. Never seen that. That thing looked goofy. Never seen that. No clue. Blade Runner. Think I've heard of that. Alien. Gotta know that one. No clue what that is. No clue what that is. No clue what that is. Mad Max. Kinda can't. Not as a car guy. If I don't know what Mad Max is, that would be illegal. No clue what that is. Guardians of the Galaxy. Obviously, and that's too new not to know. Never seen it, but too new not to know. Don't know what those two are. No clue what that is. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Never seen that. Never seen that. Never seen that. Eye of the Tiger. Know what this is? I think I might have heard of it, but just because of the song, so I'm not sure. Never seen that one. Never seen that. Nope. Don't know what that. Breaking Bad. Okay, all that's too new not to know. Night of the Zombies. I think I might have heard of it. Never seen that. No clue what that is. Clue what that is. No clue what that is. Never seen that before. Yeah, I don't know what half these are. But then again, I don't watch movies, so I guess that would be the obvious outcome of that. I'm not big on movies or TV, so I ain't never seen any of that stuff. Okay, what would be some good poses for our character here? We're looking for the Y2K theme here. I'm pretty sure I have some poses like that. But for the meantime, you know, we don't want to bum rush straight to those. I like to keep the pacing nice and wide so that I'm not overly using stuff, you know? Because then you overly use stuff and then you run out of stuff and it's like, dang, now what do I do? You can't do nothing. You done used everything up, you know? So, try to avoid that. That the field ain't on 50 as we usually do. Been messing around, setting all this stuff up now that everything is back into the way it should be and should have been for a long time now. You know, that's the past. We're not worried about the past. We're worried about the present. And now the present is everything is back set up to the way it should be. Now we just get to work. Simple as that. Like now. Working on some new photos, some Y2K theme stuff. Since everybody named Mama back on the Y2K theme, I'm like, you know what? Let's do a Y2K theme photo shoot. Why not? It'll come out a little late because I gotta upload some older stuff, but other than that, I mean, it's not too old. A lot of the stuff I've been posting isn't super old. It was just on the other channel. Now I brought it back over here. This stuff I've recorded this month, actually, and just last month, March. Late March. So, still fairly new stuff. Y'all ain't never seen this. It's gonna be pretty new. Quite new, actually. And boom, there's photo number 1. Let's make sure that's clean. I think we got too much light here. Too much light. Sweet time, isn't it? Now that everything is set up and back in order, yeah, it's just really time to get to work now. That is clean, but yeah, we got a little too much light. There's a little too much brightness, bruv. Bring that down a bit. Oh shoot, that's a little too much. That down a little bit and bring this up so we can see the TVs and stuff better. Oh no, we're losing a little bit of color here. Go that far. 10 is where I usually stop at. Let's bring this about 20 instead. You don't want to lose too much color. But we also can't see the TVs and stuff all that well. Got the Pac-Man machine. Obviously, we gotta make it look like she's using some of these machines. You know what I'm saying? Been setting up so much stuff. Getting everything ready to go again. That looks good. Wait. Looks the dang same. How's that possible? It looks the same, but I lost color. Wait, am I an idiot? I think I've changed it back to where it was, but just reduced the color. Reduced the color. Fucking dummy. Just about 5. Actually, you know what? It might be the light on her herself, actually. Might not even be the outside source of light. 10% should be good. 10%, that's about it. Now that everything is set up and whatnot, some people pulled up already to the gaming channel. I'm gonna be uploading all the old stuff first, and then once all the old stuff is uploaded, then the playthrough videos will start to drop. The main reason I'm doing that is because I have an issue with Skyrim. I can't finish the Thieves Guild. I'm having a game-breaking glitch right now that I don't know how to fix yet. You know what? The brighter light actually did indeed look better. Alright, we'll go ahead and pull it back up to that then. I thought we had too much light, but it was actually perfect. Once I figure out how to fix that, then it'll be uploaded and I'm gonna mess around, do some other playthroughs. It won't be like super consistent though, because playthrough videos I kind of forgot are extremely time consuming. But you know, I'll be doing them whenever I can. Yeah, they're a bit more time consuming than I remember, if I'm 100% honest here, my good peoples. I'm sitting here doing these dang playthroughs and it's eating hours. Kinda forgot, I ain't gonna lie. Kinda forgot how time consuming it was doing them playthrough videos because it's been so dang long. And it's funny too that I'm doing them and returning them to that channel because that's where it started. Because I'm really sitting back thinking about it, I'm like, okay, I was trying to make that channel back into a photography channel, but I had to remember when was the last time that channel was a photography channel. Shoot, like 2017, 2018, when I was looking at some of those older videos. That channel's been a gaming channel way longer than it was a photography channel. So I kind of messed up there. Plus, the simple fact is the most realistic one, and that is, you know, indecisive. I can be very indecisive, unfortunately. I've been fixing that. So now that everything is back to where it needs to be, it shall happen no more. Is this a lean pose? Or is she standing? She's standing. I'm gonna zoom out here so we can see the whole background. Actually, let's go with the cassettes over here. For the VHS tapes. Say cassettes, that's a little too old. That's going way, way back. It's beyond the Y2K. So yeah, now that everything is back in order, it will not be changing. Now we just keep moving forward. Don't touch nothing. Keep everything the way the fuck it is. Keep moving forward. Okay? Views start building back up. Let the subscribers start building back up, and just do what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Or indecisive thinking. That's one of the biggest things that ruins stuff. Can't choose. You keep redoing crap when it doesn't need to be redone. You look up. It's like, dang, why don't I have the same amount of stuff that other people got? Is because you keep changing crap. Keep changing crap, keep touching crap. People don't know what to expect from you anymore, you know? And they just get tired of waiting around. Like, dang, this dude had something promising. That could be dang near anything. To build the first fucking solo brand in a long time of vehicles, you know? And just keep being indecisive on what should be, what shouldn't be. People who are following your car brand is like, okay, ain't gonna be following this dude no more, because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He keeps choosing this, and then he chooses that, and he chooses this, and then he chooses that. You know that get tired of it. I think they thought they had something from you. They thought they was gonna see some cool crap from you. Keep switching it up, you know. That's what I'm trying to fix and stop fucking doing. But you know, that is the unfortunateness of being indecisive. But that also is the beauty of being able to fix things. Exactly what the fuck I'm doing. Everything is where it should be now. Therefore, nothing will be touched. It's all gonna stay exactly like this now. Back to where it was and where it should have stayed. I didn't fix the lights. She got shadow everywhere. All on the side of her. So now that everything is, you know, back in place, we good to go now. We're just gonna roll them forward. Mess ups, no changes. Unless deemed absolutely fucking necessary. But I don't know what that could possibly be, so. Oh, there. Yeah, I don't know what that would possibly be, so I don't think we really gotta worry about that. It would have to be something that's like life or death for the channel, but I don't know what that could possibly be for a YouTube channel where something would be life or death. It not be something that I've already done. Like, I know that a lot of people really like the photo session videos. I ain't really stopped doing them until I decided to attempt to make the channel to a dang gaming channel again. Like, okay, it's been a long time since, and see, that was the issue that I didn't think about. I was thinking about when I first made the channels, not what they are now and what they were recently. Recently, this was a successful photography channel, building a lot of dang subscribers fast off of those dang photography videos. I was at like 840 and boosted up to like 1600 in that short span of time. And my fool self goes ahead and attempts to change it back into a gaming channel, which was stupid because the gaming channel where I was uploading all the gaming videos was also doing just fine, especially with all the shorts that I was uploading over there. Some of them shorts was getting 9,000, 10,000 views Sometimes more. I think one of them, it was a couple of Fallout joints and a GTA joint that got a couple thousand. Or, I don't even know if I can say couple thousand, it was more than that. Here I go. On head changing crap for no dang reason. But it's all good. No, because that ain't gonna happen now. Happen again. Alright, let's use this. Let's make use of this chair and other backgrounds. Kinda forgot that we had more stuff here. We got 3 photos left for this lady. Ain't there a skate park around here somewhere? I should pull up one of these characters to a skate park. Somebody just made a pose pack with a bunch of skate poses in it. And use those joints. But I don't know where a skate park is. So I just take her to the side of the beach. Okay. And we move her to this couch without... I forget. Save it. I don't know if it's going to work. We can move her out. Ruining our setup here. Just gonna do it manually. The beauty of the save. That is the beauty of the save. Yeah, things were going just fine. You know, your brain do some dumb crap. Like, hey, you know what would be better? If you did this, even though what you're doing is working just fine. The unfortunates of in being indecisive. I've been working on it. Is it just me, or when I put her to the middle of the seat and then go in the or oh shoot, my foot might be the pose. I didn't think about that. Like, why the heck do she keep moving? Pose. Load. Boom, we're right back in action. Do a couple of seated joints. But it's all good now. Like I said, everything is in order. Everything back to the way it should have been in the first place. Now we're gonna get it moving from here. Let's see, where's some real good seated poses? I think this has some. So now I got a whole ton of photography related videos ready for this month. This whole month, actually. This whole month is so dang filled. This episode might drop late. Or maybe I'll post it early just so I can get ready for the next month and have stuff ready to go. Probably on like Tuesday, so there'll be a lot of extra Cyberpunk going on. I doubt anybody would really be upset about. This is hands down, hands down, one of the best photo studio games out right now, and it's not even a photo studio game. The photo mode is just that dang good. I need to get my hands on Enjoy. I need seated poses. I forgot to fix the dang pose packs, man. Which I'm still not even sure why they don't work in the first place. I ain't even do nothing. Poses you usually don't even have to update. These aren't seated poses, are they? I got so many dang poses, I don't even remember. Sure, I've used this set of pose packs many times. I just got so dang many, I always forget. Something where she like actually sitting in the couch though. With everything back in order. I mean, my gaming channel, I kind of should have kept that the way it's always been, was not super serious, because I'm not really trying to make gaming one of my main things anyways, because it's not something that would work with the real world. You gotta have real world assets, and gaming ain't one, you know. Don't get me wrong, it's good fun, and many people have, you know, obviously made a lot of money off of it. But you also have to think about, like, futures and times, and let's say you out on vacation and you ain't got nothing to upload. What you gonna do? Freaking record a gaming video while you're in the middle of a vacation? I think not, personally. So you gotta figure out what would work with your schedule. And obviously photography could easily work, because it'd be fun as frick, like you out like Japan or something, fucking Africa or something, you out just vacationing, right? You can easily whip out a camera, record something amazing, edit it on the laptop, and boom, create videos on the go, which can be easily done when you're doing photography versus gaming. Plus, for me, games a lot of the time has always been more of a fun thing. A lot of times when I'm playing games, it's because, you know, it's late night, I'm about to go to sleep, but I want to play something before I hit the sack, and that's that. Sometimes it's real hard for me to think of a proper idea for a gaming video. I could literally sit there and spend hours trying to think of something, like I have many times before, because a lot of times when I play games, I'm not thinking about, you know, what thing I'm about to set up and do. I just get on there and do whatever I feel like doing at that moment. That's where for this photography stuff, it's not hard for me to set up anything at all, because this is what the fuck I do. This is one of my many loves, that and music. Cars and, you know, many other things, but gaming has always been more of a fun thing. But one time I was sitting there trying to think of something to record for the gaming channel, man, no joke. I was sitting there for like a solid 4 hours before I thought of nothing. Had to move on to something else. I couldn't think of crap. I couldn't think of nada. Like, alright, this ain't gonna work. And now, while it was nice to be back recording the gaming videos, it also, it's like, you know, this is cool, but I would indeed much rather be doing my photography stuff, because that is what I do. My problem was, once again, like I said, the indecisiveness. Like I said, the human brain is extremely good at making you believe one thing when that's not even the case. You can easily suffer from something that hasn't even happened yet than something that actually is happening. Just the thought of that something might happen can cause you to suffer when ain't a dang thing happened yet. It'd be like when you were a kid and somebody got mad at you and they was like, I'm gonna fight you after school. You be thinking about it the whole dang time. I mean, when I was real young, like elementary school, I'd be like, dang. You know, you'd be shook, you'd be scared. You didn't know what the fuck was going on. You didn't know why that person would want to fight. And as you get older, you don't think no mind of it, of course. Well, depending on the person. You don't think nothing of it. But it's at first, the first initial thought is like, oh no. Be scared as fuck. That's what the mind is real good at doing. That's what I've been trying to correct, is that indecisiveness. The improper thinking of, well, this ain't gonna work because, you know, this and this and that. Start making excuses in your brain to why this certain thing won't work. And you'll just completely ignore the obvious numbers of how fast something might be growing. Or how fast something could be moving. Something you didn't think would work. I'm sure there's a whole ton of YouTubers who, you know, didn't think what they're doing would ever work, and it won't. It does. You know? But your brain will have you believe it wouldn't. That's the unfortunates of indecisiveness and, you know, procrastination and all these other things that suffer from. Just gotta learn how to get it out of there. You know, if you're gonna say you gotta do something, then you gotta get it done right then and there. That's usually what I do. I will say that's one thing. I luckily have never really suffered from procrastination, because usually when I say I'm gonna do something, I do it right then and there. So that one hasn't. I have never really had any big issues with procrastination. My problem is indecisiveness. I'll do something, but then I'll backtrack it. And I'll do something again, and then I'll backtrack it again. You know, working indecisiveness, one of the worst. Like I said, the channel was growing just fine off of the photography stuff. Self-respect. I think I'll lift these fool up. Okay, I got a problem here. I need seated poses, and I need poses where she's using the dang phone. We ain't seen the little phone yet. I mean, clearly we see the fit. Where the phone at? She look crazy right now. What is this pose? Even gonna work on this big old couch? We ain't seen the little phone. Where the phone at? Okay, I don't think. I highly doubt I have that many seated and phone poses. Let me see. Pretty sure I got one. But then I would have to fit. Well, it's not going to look proper though now that I'm thinking about it, because phones didn't take pictures this time around. The only ones that did were fucking garbage. We didn't have them in the US. Other countries had them, I think. Brazil and one other place was like some of the first places to have actual camera phones. I was looking it up for this episode because I'm like, okay, if I put a camera phone in her hand, will it make sense? Or no, if I make her taking pictures with a phone of this era, would it make sense? Yes and no. No, because this is Night City, which is in America, and we didn't have good quality camera phones until like fucking 05, I think. And no, because as she's Indonesian, well, actually it would be a no-no. Because if she was in Indonesia, they didn't yet. She's in America, they didn't yet. So either way, no phone. So I guess she would just have to be holding it. But I don't know if I have any phone poses with seated and phone poses at the same time. I don't know if I have that. How do we make it? How do we allow us to see more of her retro stuff? They're right about here. That skateboard floating? That skateboard floating high as fuck. Hold on. We have a floating skateboard issue, folks. Oh, but yeah. Back with the indecisive stuff. I've been fixing that. You know what I mean? I've been fixing it. Oh, that's why I got it too far up forward. That's why it's floating so much. Gotta lean that down. Make sure it's touching the ground. And flip this back forward. And then push it back. Oops. There we go. Getting that all fixed up, you know. That is, indecisiveness can be easily one of the worst things because of, like I said, you'll think something ain't going the way you should. Then you look up and it's like it was doing perfectly fine and then you changed it. I've definitely done that many times. Many times. Too many times. Annoying amount of times, actually. I'm like, you know what? I was telling the folks over on my Warcraft channel during a live stream, I'm like, I ain't gonna ever do that bullcrap again. You can easily kill off your progress with that. Not realize it until it's too dang late. There's too much light in front there. Lighting on her. The lighting on the couch, I don't like it though. Right about there. Oops. It moved after the fact. For percent. It's all about fixing your ways and correcting any errors you make. You fix it all up before errors can be made. Learning from your errors, you know. Oh. Now you can see everything. See that right there? That's number one. This is the biggest thing you gotta kill. Afraid, fear. You gotta kill off that fear. Fear is one of the worst things that can ruin a career before it ever even starts. You know what I mean? Be not afraid. I want to put that on a shirt. That is one of the biggest career killers right there. fear is so good at killing careers, it kills a career before it even happens. The other things will kill a career after. Fear will kill something before it even becomes a thing. No? Let's try to get her on one of these machines. I don't know if I got any poses where she'll actually look like she's using the machine. So we just make it look like she's like picking from the rack, maybe looking at some movies. I don't know if I got anything like that though. We'll see. We got all these movies over here. We got to make use of the movies. Fear is one of the biggest career killers known to mankind. Grapple straight up. Where am I at? How did I get behind? What the fuck? The heck was that? Got lost in the movies. I think I do have a pose used to make it look like she's looking at movies, but I don't know if she would look like she's looking at movies more than just doing a, you know, a little saucy pose in front of the movies. Might be something more along the lines of that, if anything. Oh shoot, this is the pose I was talking about with all the Y2K looking stuff. But whoops, use it for the next character. It's not like we don't have 3 other characters we're going for. All her poses is great anyway, so it's all good. The pose I was talking about, but yeah, really looks like she's looking at movies. Now I was messing around doing some pictures over on Xbox. Man, I forgot what it's like doing photos without mods, you know? It's not hard, but it ain't quite as like easy breezy as I remember it being. But then again, at the time, that is indeed all we had. Oops. Got these pants on. Oh. Her hand's not clipped. Oh my goodness. Let me turn her more. Oh. For this way. There we go. I was, I mean, they came out swaggy and whatnot, but it was, oh. It was a tougher time for pictures, that's for sure. Because we didn't even have lighting control, as where now you got lighting control. Not the best ever. The lighting on the regular stock variant of the game is, with the new stuff they added, the 2.2 update, not bad. Ain't great. Depending on how much world light there is, it's also very dependent on how well you can make the lights actually work. Basically what I'm saying is, the brighter the world lighting, the worse the lamps are. The darker the world lighting, the better they are. For the worst. Oh, that's the problem. They become too dang bright. To the point where, you dang near, get blinded by how bright they become. Go ahead, turn the angle real quick. Doing some lagging. This is the cost of taking great photos. Lag, baby. Unless, of course, your computer can handle it. Boom! That's the last one for Thai V. Or no, Indo V. I always forget she's Indonesian. I ain't been on this character in a little minute. Although, depending on what I do, she could easily pass for Native American. I gave her longer hair. More of a long... I mean, I guess it really depends on what you do with the character. She is supposed to be Indonesian, but she can also easily pass for Native American. If I needed another Asian character, I only had one. I want to do an Asian episode. Although I need to make an Indian character, because if I do another Asian episode, we need 3 actual Asians. most Polynesian folks, I don't think they consider themselves Asian. It was just one Samoan man I heard say that they can, but I think he was just saying it just because it was an Asian dude that was asking him. Alright, let's move on to the next character. Alright, next character up, we got Louisiana V in a simple white fit, but I'm trying to remember something. It was a phone. They had a phone that would be a camera phone, but I don't remember which one it was. I think it's in the retro. Blackberry. Yeah, my sister had one of these back in the day. This is what the fuck I was looking for. Now this would have a camera on it. Yeah, okay, never mind. It took that long to find something that was right there. That's crazy. I've been looking for that for a hot minute. I got her little fit ready. Alright, she got the baggy white semi bell bottoms, the boot cut, forces, you know what I mean? The little lace. This and the line, okay, that was big in those times around, believe it or not. You saw that a lot in music videos and movies. I'm like, boom, she look good, she'll rock it just fine, but I need a phone. There it is. Cause I got a mod joint that gives you an iPhone, but obviously you ain't gonna have no iPhone 16 this time around, okay? Or whatever is the newest iPhone. It's 16. I don't even know if that's true. 15? iPhone 15 or 16. One of the two. I don't know. I don't use iPhones. I'm an Android guy. Android is better for quicker business, you know. But for Apple, I gotta have iTunes just to get my photos and crap downloaded. Anybody got time for that? Ain't nobody got time for that. iPhone, fucking iTunes sucks. I can't stand iTunes, dude. But iTunes. Have iTunes get my photos off my dang phone, bro. Android. Plug up, get your photos, get off. That's what I like. Speed. No time wasting, you know? Especially when I'm doing big things like time-lapse. Time-lapse videos, I have to use iTunes and it takes forever. God dog, if I had an Android, I'd just be able to plug the crap up, get my crap off, and head out. I don't have that issue anymore now. Actually, I do. Right up a little bit. I want a single lamp setup for this one. Because I want that golden, I want to keep that golden look, that golden hour, that golden morning hour, you know. Go ahead, take the cell phone, and now we have to attempt to put it in her hands, which is going to be no easy task. Obviously, if she's taking photos, she has to have the proper phone. That is a BlackBerry, which is like what year of BlackBerry is this? 08? 07 maybe? No, there were no Blackberries in 07, I think. I'm not sure. All I know is it's the perfect phone versus an iPhone 16. Right? I don't even know if you're supposed to have, if this is a pose for a phone. I don't think she's supposed to be holding a phone. I think she's just covering her crap. We're gonna make it work. If this wouldn't move so harshly, a lot easier. Nice. Pull this to the side. Oh, I mean, she's just holding her phone. Bring that up and in. 50 as per usual. I think I might go to multi-link. Actually, there's not enough light, I think. Turn it up a bit. Last time I need to do there's definitely going to be some more styles and stuff I'm gonna do, but I need to do another photo set with the, is her teeth still silver or is that white? It's real shiny. They still silver. God dog, I thought I changed that. I guess not. I don't know very many white folks from Louisiana who would be rocking grills. This doesn't really, you know, doesn't exactly fit. Oh, that's normal? Oh, normal. Okay, she can't smile. The silver teeth is killing me. We're gonna have to not use her smiling for now. The silver teeth is ridiculous. Actually, matter of fact, let me go over to those, what pose pack was that? There we go. Let's get the little blackberry out of here. We're not gonna really need it. Unless... Dang it, it's an iPhone. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be fully themed. Her dress style is definitely early 2000s. That's enough, at least. Went all out for the last character. We keep this one somewhat normal. Up there, and then lower that just more. Right there. Less shadow overall. I was trying to figure out, you know, what do I want to make this character rock? Something a little bit more than the last character. And boom! The white boot cuts. Ah! With the with the white forces, okay? You don't get no more Y2K than some Air Forces, okay? It's crazy how when I learned how old Air Forces actually were, I had no clue that they were made in '82. Okay, sure some of y'all didn't know that either. Air Forces were made in '82. Okay, they came out before the Jordans. It just took them a hot minute to blow up because of how much people loved Jordan. But then in the 2000s, the forces started going crazy. I think the biggest thing is a lot of Air Forces were probably worn mostly in the South. I feel like you probably saw them a lot in the South. Because, you know, West Coast, we had the Chuck Taylors. That was the, you know, that was the soldier shoe, pretty much. Just for the simple fact that they were grippy and lightweight, so if you needed to run, you could. I know, a ridiculous reason, but that's life, you know. Then on the East Coast, you had Adidas, you had your Jordans, especially, well, I guess it depended on the person. If you were more into hip-hop, you were definitely, I'm speaking upon black folks, of course. I don't know what white folks did. For us black folks in the West Coast, it was definitely some type of Chucks or some boots. You know, depending on, you know, what line of work you were in. Maybe some Nikes here and there. But Air Forces were fairly rare. And then on the East Coast, it was Adidas or Jordans. And then in like the early 2000s, around my time, Air Forces blew the fuck up with, I think, Nelly. Making them super popular. Everybody named Mama started rocking Air Forces after that. Then the Air Forces died again. I remember hearing somebody say, who still wears Air Force Ones? I'm like, people with their own style and not following goofy trends. Got this man with the man boobs back there. Come on, man. Like people with their own style. That's who. If I was rocking Air Forces, I'm like, yes, sir. I got the shoe all to myself. Then Air Forces blew up again. I'm about to choke on my spit. I swallowed my spit wrong. God dog, that hurt. I was trying my best to hold it back, and I couldn't. I'm disappointed at the fact that I forgot to change her teeth after all this while. She still got silver teeth in her dang mouth. Are they actually silver, or am I seeing them wrong? Ah, yeah, those is definitely silver. Yeah, I mean underbite. I just realized that. This is just with that. I think was it. That one thing. Everything else she's got a. Why she got an underbite with that one. With that one pose, and that's it. Oh yeah, then the Air Forces blew back up, and now everybody named Mama wearing Air Forces again. Like, man, shoot, man. I had them Air Forces all to myself for a hot minute. It was nice while it lasted. Then some famous loser gone ahead and made Air Forces famous again. I'm wearing forces again, boy. Can't escape it. Air Forces every dang where. Got older folks who were around when Air Forces came out didn't wear them. Now even they wearing them. Like, come on, man. Fucking pick your own style, man. I ain't gonna lie, I've been like that forever. I rock a lot of retro stuff. I'm definitely stuck within the black folks Y2K era, that's for sure. I still be rocking fucking big race jackets. Oh shoot, I just realized I made a mistake, folks. I only took 9 photos for the last character. The other one, the one photo that I thought I took, was a lighting adjustment. We're gonna have to backtrack to her for a second after this. Whoops. The lighting adjustment in one of those photos. I was checking the quality of them. Like I'm checking the quality of these right now. And they look fantastic. Look how bulbous this character's eyes are, though. I'm pretty sure she can't fully close her eyes. Got bulbous eyeballs. Not like those high blood pressure bulbous eyeballs, but those, this is just how my eyes are, eyeballs. Those type of people who could probably pop their eyes out of their face if they wanted to. But not due to high blood pressure, but simply just because they have eyes like that. First person I ever met like that was when I was in like middle school. Her eyes sat quite low, but if she wanted to, when she would open them wide, it was weird. Because her eyes didn't look like they would be able to do that, because of how low they would normally sit. Like, she looked like she'd be half asleep half the dang time. Okay, this ad back here is ruining my fucking photos, man. I ain't gonna cap, I don't want to see that in my dang photos, man. Time I look back, I see that dumb looking crap. Come on, man. Nope, can't move yet. It gone? It's not gone. Gracious. I wanted a great view of the city behind her, and all I see is this, these man biddies back here, man. Why is it not changing? I'm confused. Usually it changes. I gotta go back to the other character after this. I thought I did full 10. I guess not. Alright, we're gonna have to pull up to a different angle. Let's go with this side. Completely forgot about that. Yeah, her eyes was weird as fuck. That crap confused the crap out of me when I first saw her. I remember, you know, the one other person we were making jokes. She's like, "You look like you always sleeping." She was like, "I can open my eyes super wide." We was messing. We was like fucking 10, 11 years old, so we were all seeing how wide we can open our eyes. And when she did it, I was like, "What the fuck?" I ain't never seen no crap like that in my life. I was confused. I'm like, "How? You look like you dang near sleep all the time." But a kid ain't gonna have no high blood pressure at completely normal and average weight, which all 3 of us were. Shoot, if anything, we were all little as fuck. But you just had those type of eyes. First time I ever seen it, I was like, well, now I know certain people just genuinely have the ability to open their eyes wide as fuck. Was it necessary knowledge? No, not at all. Not even a little bit. But it was cool to see. I ain't never saw no crap like that. But did I mess up? I messed up somewhere. I'm messing up. This dang ad, it won't disappear. What is this? Caliente. It's a drink of some sort. A hot drink. What is it? Spicy? That reminds me of some goofy fucking video I saw. Some dude was pranking in Walmart, and this guy was trying to act tough, and he said, "I'm with the Caliente cartel." Like, you just saying crap, huh? You don't even know what the fuck that means. I I'm pretty sure that's like Spicy or something. He's in the Spicy cartel. That's not usually, if I'm not mistaken, that's not usually a last name. I don't think anybody has the last name Caliente. I'm not freaking super fluent. I'm almost 100% sure that means spicy or somewhere along the lines of, I'm eating the Caliente cartel. That crap had me dying laughing. Let me see. What does that mean again? I spelled that all wrong, but I'm sure Google will pick it up. Okay, yeah, I was right. So spot or hot. What? I said spot because I was saying I was thinking spicy, but I was trying to say hot. So it's hot, spicy. This man was in the hot cartel. Like, if you don't try to say some bullcrap, at least make sure, you know, it sounds realistic. Caliente cartel. That is serious. I promise you that is not a cartel. Okay. Nobody out here called the hot cartel. If they are, that's probably something else. Okay. Might be freaking. I mean, it could mean a lot. Probably not very dangerous. I mean, any large group of people is going to be dangerous if you're just one person, but it could be like some dang chefs or something. Looking up. Well, it was spicy, of course. Boy, this boy just said he's in the hot cartel. What kind of crap y'all be doing? What kind of crap y'all on? That's what happens when you're trying too dang hard to be tough. Me personally, that was always one of those things I just never understood. You can't be tough to someone. Number one, the biggest thing is always the people who don't give a crap. You can't be tough to someone who just does not care. That's number one. But two, you gonna say something, make sure it makes sense. The hot cartel. Like, what's the first Spanish word I can think of? Said caliente. I personally have known many Spanish people. I've created many Spanish characters, so I'm constantly looking up Spanish last names, and caliente has never been in it. You know, I make so many dang characters. That's number 5. I gotta make sure I count this right since I messed up on the last character. I done made so many Spanish characters and then seen so many Spanish last names through whether it being, you know, because there's always slight differences between different type of Spanish. Even with the Philippines, which is half Asian, half Spanish. Caliente was not one, if I'm remembering correctly. There was no caliente. That is, well, like Google said, that is that means hot. I don't think I've ever seen or heard anybody with the last name Hot. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But usually, there was a last name or the name of a place, which I'm almost 100% sure there is not a state in Cali, or if he was trying to act like he was, you know, within a Mexican cartel, I'm almost 100% sure there is no state of Mexico by the name of Caliente. I could be wrong. I don't know all the states of Mexico, but I know a decent amount of them. Caliente, if I'm remembering correctly, is not one. That was hilarious. All the words you could have chose. Then again, I guess that was also kind of smart in the same way too, because he probably didn't know that he was being recorded. Just your luck. You didn't know. You chose an actual cartel. Now they like, hold on. Never seen this guy before. Now you in a new type of trouble. And a bunch of people on the internet clowning you. Oh, that's real trouble. A lot of people be worried about getting clowned on the internet. That ain't trouble. That's just the internet. Real trouble? Got some fools who don't like the fact that you're taking their name and using their name for a Walmart problem. Like, hold on, we don't know this guy. Never seen this guy before. That's some real trouble. We ain't never seen this guy before. Let's see what number I'm at here. 7. So 3 more. Let's see here. Some good poses. We still gotta fix these ones if I remember where the fuck they are, what they are, where they come from, of course. Oh, look at that old camera. I forgot about that old thing. Old camera right here. That'll definitely work. It ain't no Polaroid, but it'll work, you know? Oh, yo, I just realized that. Polaroids were freaking huge in the early 2000s, but I don't know if they got any frames that would make it look like a Polaroid. One way to find out real quick. Because Polaroid is a full square around the photo. The problem is I don't think they got anything like that. About the closest we can get. It's actually not that bad, but the photo would need to be more boxy. That's pretty decent. It would need to be more of a square than a landscape. That would be sick, though. I might have to do that. Just now thought about that. I'm like, hold up. Doing early 2000s style stuff when we ain't did a Polaroid yet. 16 by 9. But boom, that's what you would use. Right? But there's something that fits that. Because now that we're in that angle, it would have to... Oops. It would have to fit that, though. It's either just that. I mean, I could edit it myself, but... No. There's a way for me to save time. Where's it at? Oh. It ain't even popping up now. I mean, that could just work just off the bat. Add some film grain to it. I mean, it's not like it wouldn't hurt to have it in my tape. Let me see. Let me test this out real quick. What does that look like if we do that? Does it actually come out in a box format? That right there is clean already. It does indeed come out in a box format. It's crazy. Okay, you know what? Might have to make that happen, Captain. Not for this one, though, because we're already doing it the other way, so. What? The fuck kind of ratio is that? Get this up off here. We're gonna do that for the next character. Which is, I forgot who the, oh, Dominican feet, that's right. I forgot who the heck that was gonna be. Okay, I'm gonna remember one thing too, is get them dang silver teeth off her. I don't know about y'all and who y'all have met in y'all lives, but I don't think I've ever seen a white country woman rocking silver teeth. No, never seen it. Maybe an older woman because that was the cheaper way to get teeth replaced back in the day, but other than that, not no modern day from a younger woman. I ain't never seen it before. I have never seen that in my life. Yeah, I want to do more stuff over toward the city, but we got this dang ridiculous background that won't go away. Working caliente, man. It's just refusing to leave, you know? It's all good. Cover it up. Get more of that city. A little camera, little old school camera. I mean, not like super old, but old enough. Actually, I have genuinely no idea how old this camera is. It just looks kind of old. But I figured it was. I have genuinely no idea if it is or not. It doesn't seem like the camera is losing light very fast. Back it up a little bit and make it brighter, maybe. Might be the we're facing. There we go. This ain't losing light too dang fast. What was something else? Got this fancy little outfit on. We gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta make her rock to this outfit. Kind of doing a little too much casual looking stuff. Not really showing off the fit, you know what I mean? The swag of the lady, you know what I mean? Here we go. Doing just a little too casual. How nice the outfit is. How clean the outfit is. Why the sunlight gets so dang bright, dog? I'm gonna backtrack. It is hot in here. Goodness gracious. They're as loud as fuck. My water, man. A little warm up in this piece. I need some water, boy. Gotta stay hydrated when it's this warm. You get to sweating and crap. Gotta keep the hydration high, you know. Never seen this pose before. It's a new one I might start using just a little too often. Hey, what can I say, you know? I got great looking characters. Poses gotta be on beat. After this, I'm probably going to do some Skyrim, because I have done multiple characters except all of my elven characters. It's their turn. Oh. Right there. Boom. Yeah, I've done photos for photo set for all my characters except for my elven characters, so I need to do some of them now. For all of them, I got 4. Skyrim photo sessions usually happen pretty fast. Oh, they shouldn't be. Check all these, because sunlight got decently bright on some. They're all good and not drowned out. Great, except for that sun that got really bright out of nowhere. What pose was that? Going for this direction. And then move the lighting back in that direction. Then it's on to the next character. It'll be Dominican V. And boom, because she don't have the sauciest fit, you know what I'm saying? It's always within the lines of course, normality. But she gonna look nice. Simple as that. She always do. But before we do that, we have to backtrack. I've just realized this, and another issue I've realized is I have to make that whole setup again. I think I'm going to take the easy route out, just rebuild a pink room and have her sitting in that big goofy inflatable chair again. Because yeah, I just realized I have to rebuild that whole room. I'm cooling on that, bro. So we're going to put a pink wall behind her, make it real easy. Alrighty, we have Dominican V in the building. Of course, she in New York, because where else would she be? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man, stop playing with me, man. We in New York right now. You see the apartment buildings. If you ain't never been to New York in your life, you don't know what, you know what I mean? Ooh, shoot, that is a rusty mess. There's a fire waiting to happen, my boy. Oh, I didn't put the graphics up. I'm like, why she looks like that? That is the downside to regular ultra graphics, is the light leak. It's bad. Okay, it's real bad. that up. Bring that down. You don't need no crowd really anyways. This is my settings, folks, is what I use. You ever wondered, although I did make a Cyberpunk photo guide some time ago. But just in case you know you might be newer here, and you ain't never seen that video, that's the graphical, that's the graphics that I use for when I'm doing photos on Ultra, Ray Tracing Ultra. Also, hopefully the mic don't sound too weird, but I am standing up because, you know, when you're sitting down too long, you gotta let the blood flow get to the legs, so it'd also help if I stop moving so much. Would help if I stopped moving so much, for sure. Alright. See what we're working with here. In New York, of course, got the Y2K style pop. I ain't gonna lie, I had to look up a little bit because I think I was doing too much similar styles, the baggy pants, some kind of sneakers. I'm like, okay, what else was people rocking? I saw somebody rocking something, pretty much this outfit. I'm like, wow, would you look at that? I just so happen to have mods that fit that perfectly. It fits her style perfectly. Okay. I figure out how to make it work because we're still having a bit of light leak here. That real quick. Little bit of light leak in here. I mean, I'm gonna turn her in this direction anyways, just because it looks. Okay, actually, no, I like it right there. Well, okay, hold on, let me figure some things out real quick. I need a better location, I think. Okay. Figured out the issues. And you just needed a better time. And early morning, I mean, nothing beats early morning, so this is perfect. Okay, nothing beats that early, well, maybe except for the twilight. I mean, there's two twilight hours. You got twilight hour in the morning, you got twilight hour leading to night. Two most prettiest times of the day. I went with the morning. The lighting worked a little better this direction. Yeah, finding this outfit wasn't very hard because it just so happened that I had this stuff. I was downloading a whole bunch of that stuff because I knew, number one, I knew somebody was gonna make some Y2K themed stuff. That's number one. Number two, a lot of that stuff is pretty fancy. Okay, I'm like, boom, I should make a Y2K themed photo session. And now, about a month later after thinking of the idea, here we are, actually doing the idea. See here. Actually, no, the background is perfect. That dark golden early morning New York look that I remember as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Waking up in the morning and seeing that beautiful gold out there. But let's see, do I actually want to make use of the borders? While that would be pretty cool looking, it will take away from our image just a bit here. And we might, oh shoot, I forgot, we gotta be careful. She got them little things on. Oops. These poses not changing because I am hitting the wrong thing. Yeah, nah, no borders. It's definitely taken away from our image here. Borders are huge. Not exactly the Polaroid borders I was looking for either. That's fine. If I decide to, I can easily edit that in myself, but I probably end up won't. Because I would prefer to have the full image here. Let's see here. Actually, skirt here. I know she ain't got silver teeth. This is one of my older characters. This was before Phantom Liberty became a thing. You got to boost characters. But all of these new characters I make is off of one preset character I had made that I gave away to people. That character I accidentally gave silver teeth and did not fix it. And then I started making a bunch of characters on that build. I was like, oh shoot. Every new character I was making had silver teeth. Complete accident, man. Or the people who downloaded that realized that and probably fixed it themselves, because I did not realize that she had silver teeth until I had already sent the pack out and then started making a video for the character to put on the YouTube. It was too late. It was already on YouTube. Everybody was already downloading her. That character had a decent amount of downloads, if I remember correctly. Here we go. Push that down. Tiny bit there. I was supposed to make her have some sunglasses, but I kind of forgot about that. Let me see. Sunglasses. Doesn't seem like very good options. Glasses. Definitely not those. Oh, that should work. Oops. Oh, I messed up. I didn't mean. I just meant to open the targeting tools. Now I'm gonna have to fucking reset every dang move, man. I think. Hopefully not. Put these on her dang forehead. Lift them up. This should be pretty. Unless we cannot freaking angle them. So you're gonna have to sit awkwardly and weird kind of high on her head. Yeah, that's looking about how I thought it would. God dog, man, I had an idea. I can't make it work. Cause this dang thing doesn't tilt them backwards. Side to side. It's to me. I mean, they look fine, but they're also very clearly sitting awkwardly on top of her head. Nobody would have their joints sitting there, but at the same time, it doesn't look that bad either. You feel what I'm saying? Gotta make sure that quality is clean. That background is beautiful. Quality on her should be absolutely perfect too. This is what we was looking for Dominican V back in New York. Well, still in New York. I only ever do her pictures here, dang near, because I want it to look like she's in New York still. Clearly, New York exists, so works. Though there are certain spots here in good old Night City that work perfectly, looking like New York, like a dang corner store and crap. Or as some folks would call it, a bodega, you know what I mean? We used to call it corner store. That's where we used to go to get all our snacks and stuff. Get $5. It was a good day. Come home with like 10 pounds of snacks, boy. Those was the days, man. Come home with fucking with $5, man. I would have went to the store I would have went to the store and came home with this. This was my order as a kid, okay? 2 Star Crunches, 1 flavor, 1 of each lemon head. So that was the lemon head, orange head, grape head, and the other 2 flavors, lemon and whatever else existed at the time, right? Because those was like 10 cents or less. A handful of what was those peanut butter joints? Those peanut butter little snacks joints. Them joints was freaking amazing. I forgot what they were called, but like a handful of those. Then the Bit of Honeys joints, right? Then I would get 1 tea cake, 1 zebra cake. Okay, it is with the amount of snacks that I used to eat back then. It is amazing how I still stayed so dang thin, honestly. Because boy oh boy, we were definitely some snack fiend kids back in the day, man. We always had the snacks. Probably why I can't handle fucking sugar anymore as an adult. That crap get to tasting bad fast. That's like now, if I was to attempt to eat the same sugary snacks I used to eat as a kid, I would probably fucking die right here, right now. Instantaneous fucking sugar coma. I wouldn't try that anyways, just because I don't eat like that anymore, but man, we used to come home with a full bag of snacks off of $5, and don't let somebody give you 10. You was coming home with a couple of cheap toys too. Come on, man. It wasn't nothing special, but they were still kind of cool. It was this one I used to love. It was like a little bulbous airplane. You would push it back, and it would roll forward. It was actually decently fast. It was $1, so it didn't last very long, of course. That was the, you know what I'm saying? That was youngin' life right there. That was youngin' life. You didn't give a crap, man. That was the coolest stuff. You could pull up to the corner store and get your hands on 10 tons worth of snacks. Cool little knickknacks. That's how we used to do it. That's how we used to do it back then, man. Now, $5? A lot of ramen noodles. That's about it. But I don't dare put my fucking hands on no ramen noodles. Okay? Doesn't matter how. There's always some cheap alternatives that are far better options than some dang ramen noodles. Crap is horrendous. Like some lunch meat or something. The healthiest. A lot better than some dang. A lot better than some dang ramen noodles. I'm not gonna be able to keep these glasses on her head if it keep. Oh wait, no, that's right. It was the angling issue we had, not the steering issue. Wood for the glasses. That way. Put them on her face. I think that's on her face. I mean, it is quite literally on her face, but now I'm trying to angle it head. Now it's goofy because it's actually going to look proper on her head now. It's tough work right here. Or had to struggle so much putting some dang glasses on somebody's head. Here we go. This crap just adjust on me. It don't look as light as I had it before. It did, because even the background was somewhat a little darker maybe. I'll have to find out right now. Those were the olden days, man. Although it wasn't always glitz and glamour, of course. We were in Buffalo, New York. It adjusts. Ay, ay, ay. Wasn't too bad though. Most of the problems, I would say, like a healthy portion of problems came from outside. Because we were in Buffalo, New York. A lot of times any problems that came inside was because you probably did something stupid. Regular old life of being a kid, doing something stupid. Doing something you were not supposed to do. Get a full body fit here with a very slight angle. And the glasses, it's always the dang glasses. I should have never added these glasses, I'm gonna be honest. Now I'm gonna have to keep them on her forehead. Otherwise they'll just randomly disappear throughout the pictures. And that... Oh, well now they're really not gonna work there because I can't angle them that way. Act like they fell to the ground. Oh. Fell off her head. I can't angle it that direction. It ain't gonna work. Look at this stupid piece of floating paper. I just realized that. Fucking... That's New York for you. Oh, shoot. It's a good thing the menu was in the way. The good thing the menu was in the way. One pushes the hand out further. Say right about... Not two, cause she, yeah, I mean, she is obviously wearing something down there, but it ain't a lot of something down there. Okay. That's just going to be the running theme of the picture now, is the glasses fell and she never picked them up. in this stupid piece of paper that I did not realize was there until now. I'll tell you what though, the only thing I miss of New York is them freaking autumn trees, dude. I need to see that orange one time in my dang life again. Them autumn trees were the greatest thing ever. The oranges, the browns, the yellows, the reds. I haven't seen that since I was a kid, man. Crap was beautiful. All the orange plant leaves all over the ground and crap, man. Amazing. Don't see that in this dang desert. Crap in this desert. It's tough out here, no? A photographer in a desert. There's not much to take pictures of. Another reason why I need to, you know, this money up so I can go out and see some places. Not a whole lot of photography to be done in a desert where everything looks the same, you know? And I think though, like, what would be a next good spot to go? Something within the price range, of course. Something beautiful, you know? Florida would be popping. Shoot. Might be the one for real. There's a lot to take pictures of there, I'm sure. The beaches. Well, I don't know. I was about to say the Everglades. I don't know about that. I up missing it, crap. You'll never see another video from your boy ever again. I got eaten by a fucking alligator. Something fancy though. Florida would be the wave. Might let me know. Well, I mean, it's not. I guess there's not much you would have to let me know on. It is Florida, after all. Florida. It is literally Florida. You know? Not much you would have to say. Everybody know Florida simply popping. Always has been. Are these? Hold on, I'm just realized something. Are these? Is the film grain on these? There's no fucking film grain. I forgot my film grain don't work for some dang reason. Well, the photos still look great. She looked great. The background is immaculate. I fucking love the way the background looks. That is straight up early New York looking. Let's go ahead and move on up. Not much that would have to be said about Florida though. It is Florida. Everybody knows Florida just popping, depending on where you go. Of course, every place has its meh, and then certain places are just top notch all the way. Florida's definitely one of those spots, you know. One of those spots you would not be disappointed in. Of course, unless you really don't like humidity. Now, to be fair, I ain't been in humidity in fucking ages, but I'd probably be fine. Rated 80-degree weather, 80-90 degree weather with humidity for 120 dead, no breeze weather, so, you know. Guess it depends on the person. I'll tell you what, my hair ain't been long in a long time. Florida would be though, shoot. Long, thick and nappy. Let's see here, what are we looking for? We got, how many did I do? Make sure I don't accidentally do one off this time. Okay, we had 6. So 4 more, it's gotta be popping though. Oh, actually, hold on, that's a good one. Right there. The whole style, you know what I mean? Glass is still on the ground because I can't angle them. Literally. It's just not working. I tried, but it won't let me. there. First one hit the wall. Let me another bird crashed into the wall again. I go outside. There's a fucking pigeon laying there. I'm like, why are you here, sir? Look in the cameras. He's flying, and then boom, straight into the fucking wall. I'm like, holy. To no surprise whatsoever. That little man wasn't alive no more. That happened like from the time that I had saw it, like a whole 5 hours later. So he was laying there for quite a while. Like, wow. So he must have got hit with a gust of wind while he was flying, couldn't stop, fucking crashed, straight meteored into the dang wall. I don't know what, but all I know is he flew straight into that jump. I don't think he could stop. Uh-oh. I don't think he could stop. Because, all I heard was a loud, well, not loud, but because, you know, birds barely weigh any dang thing. Nice thud. The camera was a freaking meteor bird. That was crazy. Oh, okay. Yep, rest in peace, little dude. Birds are, I see how they can fly. They wasn't a small bird at all, it was a pigeon. They weighed next to freaking nothing. It was very weird when I picked it up. I wasn't expecting it. Wasn't expecting that at all. I always knew their bones were like real hollow. But like, I never, when you pick up something that large, never do you expect it to be that light. It's practically like picking up a big piece of foam. A big box of foam. You ever pick something up and you accidentally put too much force into it because you're expecting it to be heavier? It was like that. That bird was absurdly light. I'm like, nope, that's how y'all be flying. I can see, I understand now. Birds and bats, they're dumb light. I never picked up a bat before, but I can only imagine since it also has hollow bones, if I'm not mistaken. You ever see a flying fox? Easily. Most adorable thing flying, okay? Like a flying dog. It's the dog of the air. You know how they say seals are the dogs of the sea? A flying fox is the dog of the sky. Never seen a flying fox before. Look them up. Look like little dogs. Like this. What kind of pose is that? It looks like a mix of like Halloween zombie poses. Like some dang Soul Calibur poses. It looked like a mix of of like some sort of slender long dog, a Rottweiler, and a Chihuahua mixed into one. Like a Doberman, Rottweiler, and a Chihuahua mixed into one. Freaking. Because see, the only bats I ever knew, we don't have flying foxes here in America. But the only bats I ever knew was the little snout-nosed ones. Not a fan. Not a fan, I'll be honest. People always talking about, oh, they're blind. Yeah, okay. Tell that to the bat that was fucking chasing me when I was a kid, alright? They ain't blind. They could see quite well. I think better than dogs, actually. They just obviously, if you're hunting something that's tiny, like a dang bug, you're gonna have the ability of sonar, which is that clicking sound they make, which you can hear quite loud and clear. They need to be able to, you know, bounce sound around and crap versus actual vision for a little bug at night. But they see. They can see quite well. I don't know who said they were blind. Maybe one species of a bat might be blind. But most bats are not. They see quite well. That bat that chased me when I was a kid proved that. That crap was terrifying. He was flying in and under the dang street lamps, and he was big. That bat was eating good. Bats usually, at least the ones around where I've lived, they usually don't get too big. That bat, he was eating good. That bat was massive. And boom, that's a full 10 right there. 3 beautiful characters. Y2K theme on and popping. I dang near want to do a 1 extra. Sometimes I do it 5 extra. I might do a 5 extra because his outfit is nice as fuck. She look great right now. Glasses is still on the ground, so we're gonna do a 5 extra. Forget it. That bat was chasing. He knew what he was looking for because he was flying in and under the lamps. And as we're running, he just getting closer and closer until we finally got into the dang house. That bat knew what the fuck he was looking at. He knew what he was doing. Even if he wasn't going to actually attack, he was sure enough having fun scaring a bunch of goofy human kids. Look at these losers running from me. Okay. That was terrifying. One moment is night, you chilling, y'all walking down the road going home. You hear that dang clicking they do. You look up, and there's a massive bat flying in and under the street lamps, following you, diving down toward you, closer and closer. Then when you start running, he starts moving even faster too. He knew what the fuck he was doing. That bat could see. He was like, oh, maybe he just heard your footsteps, and he, no way in the world are you mistaken a bunch of children running for the same sound as a bug flying. Okay, these animals ain't dumb. We like to think they are, because we might be amongst the amongst the smartest in terms of human terms. Okay, but certain animals know what they be doing, especially smart animals. Bats are fairly smart. Okay, smart animals do similar things to what we do. Dolphins, elephants, okay, apes, monkeys. There's a reason why. They have the brains to do so. That bat was having fun. He knew what the fuck he was doing. They know, animals know the difference between an adolescent and an adult. Okay? They're not stupid. They just don't have the you know, the full-on smarts to utilize certain things that we do. You know, and even if they did, you know, it's kind of going to be kind of hard to do that when you have one long thumb that's really good for fucking allowing you to hang upside down and crap. That's about all you got in terms of appendages. They know what they be doing. That bat was having fun. Chasing us around. Scaring a bunch of dang kids. And then just recently, it's fucking little bats be flying around. And you're in their way, they'll swoop down at you. They know what they be doing. They're trying to catch the bugs, you're in the way, so they'll swoop down to get you to back off. Back off of their feeding area. They know humans. Animals know humans are scared. Okay? And that they'll back off with any slight resistance. A roach. Not a roach. Roaches are stupid. Not a roach. A fucking... Man, shoot, man. It's too much to explain. They not dumb. Not at least as much as a lot of might think they are. Let's see here. What's 2 last good poses for a 5 bonus here? That might work. Glasses still on the ground. That right at that angle. It's unfortunate that the dang what's it called? The fucking film grain ain't working. That would have been a great addition to this photo set. Yeah, that's why certain animals do the weirdness they do. Like dolphins. Dolphins are far from nice animals. They're very smart, very intelligent animals. They be abusing baby sharks and crap. They'd be like, oh, sharks are nothing but blood-hungry killers, and man, they gotta eat. Just like you gotta eat. What are they supposed to do, starve? Dolphins, on the other hand, are the true menaces. Okay, sharks kill because they need to eat. Dolphins will kill for fun. Orcas, the whole fucking whale family will sometimes kill for fun. Orcas will legitimately have competitions to see who can toss a seal the farthest in the air. Now, obviously, a seal weighing probably around as much as a human, probably like 200-300 pounds, maybe a little lighter, I think. Maybe a little heavier, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna say somewhere around the size of a human. Of course, a little bigger. Let me see, what is the weight of a seal? Actually, I think they might be around our weight, right? I know freaking elephant seal. Come on, an elephant seal. Obviously, them big niggas is heavy as fuck. Yeah, okay, so I was right. Seals are typically around 180 to 280 pounds. Sea lions are a bit bigger. So, these dang killer whales, orcas, will literally have competitions to see who can toss a seal the farthest. Now, right, you're a 190-pound seal. You're swimming for your freaking life as this massive freaking whale with lightning speed and agility is chasing you down. Guess what you're going to do about it? Absolutely nothing, because he has more than enough power, an extremely aerodynamic body, and at 10,000 pounds, he's going to rush up on you with no issue and then smack you right out of the water with his massive tail to see how far he can send you flying. You're as good as dead. And if you ain't dead, you're going to be well injured, that's for sure. Okay. Dolphins, they'll bash up on the gills of baby sharks to make them choke to death on purpose. Won't even, you know, dolphins don't really eat meat like that. They'll squeeze, what's those little fish that be blowing up? The one that was the meme where he ate the carrot and made that horrible sound. Fucking pufferfish. They will literally squeeze pufferfish to get the toxins and get high. Okay? Oh man, these animals be smart. People don't be seeing it, dude. These animals be smart. Just in case you're wondering, yo, how do I get to the New York spot? I want a New York character. Well, what you gotta do is you gotta make your way to Rancho Coronado, and you're gonna be looking for this right here, straight right next to the highway. When you come off the highway or the freeway or whatever the fuck, you're gonna roll right into it. She don't got boosters, so I can't really show you that. So that's right off this building right here. I'm pretty sure the closest port to here is back there somewhere. I can't see it because she's... Oh, because I got custom on. Oh, I can't see it still. Heck? Why not? What kind of crap is this? I can't see it for some reason. I can't see anything. Fast travel. What the heck? Okay, well that's the best description I can give you, because for some reason nothing's popping up. So, might have it disabled on accident. So boom. You're coming to this spot here, off the back end of this highway. It's right here. It's this whole row of buildings that for some reason are the only set of buildings in this entire game. I don't know why they made it look like this, but this is straight up New York. Because anybody who's ever like seen or lived in some projects, you know, projects on the West Coast are look like fucking, they're like tan. Like tan buildings typically look like fucking prison buildings, is where New York buildings look like this. This is a New York complex right here. This is not something you would see on the East Coast, on the West Coast. This is something you would see in the East Coast. This is fucking Bronx. This is Buffalo. This is fucking Queens right here. This is Brooklyn, Staten Island. This is not stuff you would see in the West Coast. I think the closest you could get to this on the West Coast is maybe Myron City, Cali, but even that doesn't really look like this. Typically, project buildings over here on the West Coast are more of a tan color. They're much flatter complexes, bigger, wider, more land taken, but they're flatter. That's where New York buildings are more, they're up high. They take less land, but they're higher up. Now, in the modern day, they're kind of moving over more to that style just because it takes less land. And then probably in the future, like actual 2077, we'll probably be seeing crap like that. But, you know, this is New York right here. This is straight New York. This is why I do pictures over here on this character. This is straight New York. But anyways, my good peoples, that is it. That being said, if you enjoyed this video, That's good. If you didn't enjoy this video, that's good. Either way, you watched it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, share with people join Legendary Clan Sports channel to become legendary. I upload all things photography and cinematics, virtual, real life, and sometimes AI. With that being said, check out all the links in the description. You might find some stuff you might like. I'm out.